I put my daughter's camp counselor in her place because she has been singling out my daughter for no apparent reason, but everyone I talk to says I'm being a Karen, and I don't know why. My daughter G, 12F, is attending a coding and robotics day camp. She loves it and has made a lot of friends. Over the past couple weeks, she's become less enthusiastic about going to camp each day. I asked her what was wrong, but she was initially hesitant to say anything specific. I'd usually get a noncommittal "I don't know" or something similar. A few days ago she broke down and told me that the camp counselor, CC, assigned to her group has been mean to her. I pressed her further, and from what I gather, the CC in question has criticized her work a great deal, forcefully kicked G's day bag when it was in her way without asking her to move it first, reprimands her for small things like talking too loud or having a messy workstation, while not doing the same for other campers, and, oddly enough, has been picking apart what she brings for lunch. I pack my daughter a homemade sandwich or wrap, a divided fruit and veggie tray, a small bag of chips, and a small dessert like a twin pack of Oreos. Pretty standard camp lunch, in my opinion. According to G, the CC has branded her meal unhealthy and said something about there being a camp policy against junk food. CC does not do this to any other kids, and I have found 0 rules against junk food in the online handbook parents were given. Obviously, this can't continue, so when I brought her in this morning I asked to speak to CC. I discussed my concerns, and CC told me that G was disruptive and that it's probably because she brings a bunch of junk food. I asked about CC kicking G's day bag and she was unable to give me a straight answer. I asked if any other counselors could confirm G's disruptive behavior and it seemed to fluster her. Again, no direct answer. By that point I was getting frustrated with her non-answers and asked why she had a problem with the lunches that I bring G. The more I asked, the more standoffish and condescending she seemed to get. CC said that I shouldn't be sending G with empty calories and reiterated her line about the camp having a rule against junk food. My tolerance for BS had pretty much been reached, so I told her calmly but firmly that I am her mother, not her. She is a camp counselor, not a nutritionist. She's there to make sure that G and the other kids have a fun and safe time, and I suggested that she stick to her role as a CC. I told her that if I hear anything more about G feeling picked on or unwelcome in her presence, that I will be speaking with her superior. I told a couple of friends about this to blow off some steam, and they told me that I was too harsh and that I acted like a Karen. I hadn't gone in looking for a fight, but the way CC spoke to me and about G really rubbed me the wrong way. Ida? Update. First of all, thank you to everyone who took time out of their day to provide a judgment and/or advice. G just got home from camp and told me that she was cornered by CC and given a long-winded lecture. According to G, it lasted for about 20 minutes, in which CC half apologized but also spent most of that time justifying why she felt that way. Not only did CC needlessly take G aside from a beloved activity that I paid quite a pretty penny for her to participate in, for no good reason, but she's clearly not willing to lay off her strange hang-ups around my daughter. I was also told by G that plenty of other kids have junk food and even energy drinks, iced coffee in their lunches, but none have been given any grief about it. I'm currently fuming, so I plan to wait a few hours for the initial rage to subside before I write a firm email to the head of the camp. This is not the kind of experience that I wanted my daughter to have, especially not with a hobby that she could one day turn into a fulfilling career. I'll be damned if I let some barely out of high school teenage mean girl dim my daughter's shine or sour her passions. I'll be requesting that either G is moved to a different group and CC has no further interaction with her, or a full refund. Thankfully, it's the start of the weekend and there's no camp until Monday. We have annual passes to a local water park, and I think I'll surprise her with a little trip tomorrow to get both of our minds off this mess.